But you can see my longest streak, which was 4 days. I'm kind of slacking, but if I can keep a streak in Snapchat, I can keep a streak on my productivity. Hey guys, my name is Simone. This is Simone Says, and today we're going to be talking about balance and productivity. Two things that I thought I had a grasp on until I realized that I actually don't. Two things that are so much easier to talk about than to actually live out. And I've been implementing these two things into my life that I'm going to share with you guys. And I hope it helps at least one of you guys just to get to a level where you feel like you are being more productive with your day to day lives and therefore feel like you are in more of a homeostatic level or homeostatic state and feel like you're a little bit more balanced. So, because we do not have time to waste time, let's get into it. So, looking at the bigger picture, it basically comes down to changing your perspective or your mindset revolving around your priorities and how you schedule and plan time for those priorities. Really quickly, let me take it back, all the way back to last semester, where I was just barely balancing everything that comes with being in grad school in terms of going to class and taking notes while being attentive, and then studying the information, going to patient care, and practicing the skills taught, on top of trying to make time for going to the gym, meal prepping, getting adequate sleep, and then keeping my entire mental health in check and intact. And then I go and add YouTube. It's like I was already barely balancing everything, and I go and add something else onto my plate. And sometimes I really wonder if doing this now was a good idea. But then I remember that this is me challenging myself. And I basically told myself that that's something that I definitely want to keep on doing. So I think of it like this instead. I challenge myself in an effort to define my boundaries rather than assuming that I know what they are without the trial and error. Clearly, I am not balancing everything well because this video was supposed to come out about 3 weeks ago, and I actually changed the topic. It was about something else originally, and I posted this video on my Instagram in an effort to kind of tell you guys the lesson that I learned from that process. I'm incorporating these two things into my day-to-day life in an effort to find that balance between school and life. When I really sit down and start scheduling my week, I think about all the things that I want to study in terms of lectures. I think about the video that I want to record and brainstorm for, the grocery shopping, the laundry, the meal prepping, the working out, and it can become a very long list. And that list can be very overwhelming for me. So I started using an app called Todoist. And I really like this app because I can only focus on my to-do list and my tasks for today or for the next 7 days. And so that way I can only take it day by day, focusing on the tasks of the day or of that week. So let me show you my Todoist on my laptop. I also have it on my phone, and it basically looks the exact same. You can do almost all of the exact same, adding tasks and deleting tasks, rescheduling tasks, and adding subtasks. But here you can see my today to-do list and all the tasks that I have for today in there. And then I can go over here to my next 7 days to-do list. And if you scroll down, you can see that it's not going to show me anything past February 28th, which is a Friday. I can also put in tasks for further dates, but I don't ever look at this, and it's in my inbox right here. So it sorts all the tasks. I put it to sort by date, but you can see that I have tasks for the following, like next Saturday, right here. But I don't need to see this right now because it's not in this coming week. Like, it's not something that I have to focus on right now because it is past 7 days. I don't need to focus on it. I know that once this Saturday were to come up in my next 7-day preview, I can focus on it then. So there's a little reward system on this app, and it's over here where this little number is right here. And it basically is just tracking my productivity, how many tasks I've completed. I'm pretty sure this is since I've started using the app, but I can do daily tasks, how many tasks I complete in a day, and you can set what your goal is for the day, -5. But It also shows me how many tasks I've completed per day. You can also do weekly, but that's a premium option. I'm just fine with seeing what I do per day. And it basically just collects points based on your productivity. You can like move to different levels of how much of an expert you are at being productive and having a productive day or week. So I really like this app because it's really helping me with my productivity. By scheduling and planning out each day, I know exactly what I have to do in that day. By planning and scheduling, I know that I'm using my time more effectively. When scheduling, I consider how much downtime I have in terms of time outside of class or school, what task I need to complete that day, and how long each task will take, as well as any other tasks that I want to do in terms of like going to the gym, meal prepping, grocery shopping, or anything like that. But I feel like the key to really planning and scheduling is overestimating your time. Let's say I have 4 tasks that I want to complete and 5 hours of downtime, and I know that it takes me 1 hour to complete each of these tasks. What I'm gonna do is schedule to do 3 of those 4 tasks today, the higher priority ones, and then schedule 1 for tomorrow. That way I have 2 extra hours of downtime where I can either take that time to take some breaks, to cook, to meal prep, to do something else that wasn't already on my schedule, or if something comes up earlier in the week or earlier in the day, I have some time to kind of push it back. So I call this extra 2 hours my buffering time. And I do this when I plan out my weeks as well. I will schedule a bunch of things throughout the week, and I'll choose one day where, just in case, say if on Wednesday something comes up, I have Friday to throw the tasks from Wednesday onto Friday, and therefore I still get everything done by the end of the week. So I talked about completing the task with the highest priority first, and you can actually add priority rankings to your to-dos in Todoist. But in order for you to complete the tasks with the highest priority, you need to get your priorities straight. And by this, I mean change your perspective, change how you view your tasks, make them into priorities just by changing your perspective on them. This way, the other things that you're trying to incorporate into your life and make into a priority don't keep falling through the cracks because you are letting the highest priority task take over all your time. Just by verbally telling myself that these other things are also important to me and scheduling time for them weekly makes it harder for me to just put them on the back burner because I want to make more time to study. So putting these things into your calendar or into your schedule so that you actually can visually see that they need to be completed, instead of telling yourself, I'm gonna go to the gym today. You can easily lie to yourself or forget that you said that you're going to do it as soon as the higher priority task seems like it needs more of your time. Like studying for an immunology quiz and a clinical skills midterm on the same day, I easily just told myself I am not going to the gym because I needed more time to study. And if you have been there, put this emoji in the comment section down below, because I feel like we've all been at that point where it's like, that there's other things that you want to get done in a day, but the higher priority task just takes precedence and you put everything else on the back burner and forget about it. Just by planning, scheduling, and changing my perspective when it comes to the other parts of my life that I want to incorporate, I feel like I'm getting a better grasp on more productivity, and this is giving me so much more peace of mind because I don't feel like everything is so chaotic. So if you like this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. Also subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified every single time I post a new video, which, if I actually practice what I preach, will be next week. So until next time, guys, stay hydrated, stay motivated, and mind your business, because I'm pretty sure that list of things that you need to do today is long enough to keep you minding your own business all day long. See you guys next time. I'm pretty sure I cried twice in 1 week this month alone. My dad always said, don't ever let them see you cry, but he didn't say, don't tell them that you never cry, So looking at the bigger picture, it basically, are you serious? So I talked about completing the no.